Buongiorno, buonasera, whatever time of day it is where you are. I am coming to you again from Siena, from my home, but I have moved to the kitchen just to change things up a little bit. It is day 18 of lockdown, but of course some parts of Italy, the north, they have been under lockdown for even longer. So what has been happening here? Well, as you know, if you've been following, I got a guitar legally obtained, and so I was practicing a bit. My fingers are a bit sore, but now because I tend to bite my fingernails or the hangnails when I'm nervous and anxious and stressed, I have not one but two infected fingers. So the guitar is on hold until these guys get a little bit better. It's hard to play with band-aids and infected fingers. Oh dear. I did receive a request from my friend David in Manchester, home to Oasis. Of course, they're actually from Burnage, but he asked me if I knew how to play Half the World Away. I don't. I did do a mini shop yesterday to get in some bottles of fizzy water. Again, I live in the center of town. I haven't got a car. It's difficult for me to get those big bulky items. So I went out and got some water. I also got some medicine I needed from the pharmacy. No big deal. But again, I was legally allowed to go out and do those small errands. I also now have a fairy godmother, or in Italian, nonna. I've been adopted, shall we say, and so she makes these marvelous meals, and her husband, when he takes the dog out for the walk, delivers them to my front door, leaving them inside so then I can pick them up so we don't have any contact with each other. But you all know how much better a homemade meal made with love tastes. My toilet paper reserves remain high. Again, we have bidets here. I anticipate that in the States and maybe in England as well, there will be loads and loads of bidets or bidet olays or those magic toilet seats that do everything. I think that sales will increase, and I highly recommend that you invest in one, not just because of coronavirus toilet paper problems, but because don't you want a clean bum bum? All kidding aside, okay, actually not kidding, get a bidet. They're fantastic. But seriously, the situation in Italy is not great. I'm sure you've seen the numbers and you've been asking yourselves, why does Italy have so many cases of coronavirus and why is the mortality rate so high? There are a few factors. Obviously, we have an aging population here, but we are doing more tests and more reliable tests. And so, and when people do pass in hospital, if coronavirus was a contributing factor, then that is written down, even if they had other underlying conditions beforehand. So what can we learn from Italy? Well, the main message is stay inside. Flatten the curve. You can do it, especially in the States where you have much larger houses and gardens and things like, and woods to walk around in. If you're living in a city, it's more difficult. I know, I'm living in one now, but you can stay inside for a month or 2 months, or you know what? 3 months, if it helps protect you and other people. It is a small sacrifice to make. That said, and now I'm going to get a bit emotional here, but not everyone is safe at home, and there have been an increasing number of domestic violence cases. You may have read that a woman was murdered in her home by her partner in Spain, and so all around the world, the domestic abuse hotlines have not been ringing off the hook, but text messages and Facebook, women trying to get help in some other way. So if you do know someone who needs help, reach out in any way that you can. And my plea to you is to listen to the guidelines posted by the World Health Organization and the CDC. And okay, political rant, don't listen to Trump because he's a moron. I mean, seriously, can we have a more embarrassing leader in a time of crisis? Absolutely scandalous the way that he has approached this crisis. He is handling it terribly. So let's vote him out of office in November. It has to happen. It has to happen. So yes, quarantine does make you go a little stir crazy, but again, small price to pay. If I can do this small thing to help contribute to my community's safety, I am happy to do it. My iMovie skills are improving tremendously. I think you'll agree. I'm getting better with the lighting. It's not bad, but I'm tired. I'm not sleeping very well. The hair is, oily right now, but I'm working with it. What else? That's all I got. Research for days. And I'll see you in a few days to keep you informed as to what's happening here. Stay inside, because you are all far too important to too many people to put your health and others' health at risk. Emotional. Because no matter what idiot presidents and governors and senators say, you are more important than the stock market. So do what you can to stay safe and help others stay safe, and together we can get through this. If you change the I in illness to we, you get wellness.